In this video, I'm going to arm you with the top TSA line mistakes you can avoid, so you can clear security and get on with your flight and your trip unscathed. My last airport security tip is a little bit unconventional, but it works a charm and it'll save you untold amounts of grief, so stick around. Let's get to it. Airport security mistakes begin at home, before you even leave for the airport. Mistake number 1. Not packing with airport security in mind. The most egregious TSA line mistake you can make is to have liquids that don't comply with TSA regulations. They should not be in containers larger than 100 milliliters or 3.4 ounces. The next thing that's important to do before you even leave for the airport is to have your liquids properly separated and ready for the scanner. This means packing your liquids separate from the rest of your toiletries that aren't liquids. You can pack your liquids into a TSA-approved Ziploc bag and keep it in an easily accessible pocket of my carry-on luggage, so you can pull it out quickly and easily. A secondary travel tip for airport security when it comes to packing is to keep your prescription medication separate and easily accessible. It's rare that your prescription medication will get scrutinized by security, but it does happen. It's important to be prepared for this by having meds and any related paperwork at your fingertips. Also, always pack your prescription meds in your personal item bag just in case your carry-on suitcase needs to be checked. TSA lineup mistake number 2 is not packing your electronics so they can be easily scanned by security. Make sure your electronics, all of them laptop, tablet, e-reader, even Bluetooth devices like keyboards and mouse pads are all easily accessible so you can put them in the tray. The security staff will usually tell you what you need to put separately through the scanner, and it's different at every airport. Problem is, if you don't take out all the right stuff, they're going to flag the bag. You're going to have to wait for the airport personnel to go through it, find the offending electronic item, take it out, put it all through the scanner again. Not only is this thoroughly unpleasant, but it is a prime opportunity for you to lose something in the shuffle. Always keep all of your electronics easily accessible. Airport security. Mistake number 3 is not showing up to the airport with enough time. I feel like this should be common sense, but just in case it's not, I say it loud and clear here. Better early than late. You would much rather kill time at the airport, especially if you have lounge access, than worry about not having enough time to clear airport security. This means showing up to the airport 2 hours before boarding, not 2 hours before departure. Remember, if you're crossing international borders in addition to the airport security lineup, you'll have other lineups to endure, like passport control to get stamped out of a country. Sometimes even the full integration process. For example, when you fly from Toronto Airport to the United States, you go through immigration in Toronto before you take off. Don't let these kind of airport setups catch you off guard so you miss your flight. TSA line mistake number 4 is not looking at your boarding pass before going through security. There is one thing that you specifically need to look for on your boarding pass, and it is the dreaded sequence of 4S. If you already think airport security is a hassle, you better buckle up if you spot SSSS printed on your boarding pass. The dreaded designation stands for Secondary Security Screening Selection, and it means your airport security experience is about to get a lot more intense. Basically, means they are going to tear apart everything you have, and they are going to scrutinize it thoroughly. If you see these SSSS on your boarding pass, then be prepared. Security is going to take you way longer to clear. So, if this happens to you, I suggest you leave for the airport even earlier than you normally would, so you have enough time to make it through this process without worrying about missing your flight just in case you get those 4 SSSS. You're also going to have to take off your jacket or anything that even looks a little bit like a jacket. Now, this also presents an opportunity for you to be really smart about how you approach airport security, and that is to wear a jacket that has pockets into which you can put all of your valuables. I'll highlight the importance of that with mistake number 5, which is not having a system for your stuff. Let's minimize any collateral damage by having a system for your stuff. This means instead of emptying your pants pockets haphazardly into the tray and having a bunch of stuff you've got to collect and organize on the other side, put all of that stuff into your jacket pockets, since you're gonna have to take off your jacket anyway. This keeps all of your valuables together and more secure and much easier to deal with on the other side of the scanner when you have to reassemble all of your stuff, which leads me to mistake number 6 when clearing airport security, which is not fully emptying your pockets. Those full-body scanners will detect if you have anything left in your pockets. And you will hold up the whole security process for yourself and everybody else. If you don't fully empty them, as I've already said, the easiest thing to do is just put everything into your jacket pockets at least until you've cleared security. But don't forget little things like tissues or gum, which when left in your pants pockets may mean you've got to go through the whole thing again while your stuff waits for you at the end of the scanner belt without you, which increases the risk of your stuff being stolen. TSA lineup mistake number 7 is not paying attention while standing in the security lineup. Technology is changing. Some airports don't require you to take anything out of your bag anymore. Other airports not so much. Even in the same airport, two side-by-side airport security lineups might have totally different requirements. So, you will make your life and the lives of everybody around you much easier if you do the following things while waiting in the TSA line. 1. Look at the signs. There are always signs that will tell you what you need to take out of your bag, and you can use your time in line to make sure that those things are accessible. 2. Listen to the staff. It's a thankless job, but the security staff are usually repeating over and over and over again what people need to do when they get to the front of the lineup. Don't just tune them out. 3. Watch what other travelers are doing when they're at the front of the line. That way you can fall into suit and do what they're doing. If everybody is taking off their shoes, it's best to assume that you'll have to do the same. 4. Ask the TSA agent if you're unsure. You can ask what electronics they specifically want you to pull out. As an example, e-readers aren't usually a problem, but every once in a while, the scanner picks it up and they need to go through your bag, take it out, and put it all through the scanner again. That's the kind of hassle that can be avoided by simply asking if you need to take the e-reader out in the first place. Now you're at the front of the line. Avoid mistakes like mistake number 8, which is to think that you were the first person in the history of the last 20 years who will be allowed to take oversized liquids through security. I'm a big fan of bringing reusable water bottles with you when you travel, and you can fill them up at water fountains on the other side of security, but they must be empty while you go through security airport security lineup. Mistake 9 is not having tabs on all of your stuff. Stuff like your boarding pass and your passport, after you flash it to the TSA agent for scanning, put it away in a pocket. So, it's not in your hands while you're busy taking off your shoes and putting your laptop in separate bins and all of that. The last thing you need is to misplace on a travel day is your passport and your boarding pass. But it doesn't end there. Be vigilant with all of your stuff. You're likely to feel discombobulated with a crowd of people around you waiting to clear security, having to pull your stuff apart, etc. This means it's easy to accidentally leave your purse or backpack zipper wide open, for example, consequently leaving yourself open to petty theft. Also, keep eagle eyes on your stuff while it's going through the scanner. It's your responsibility to ensure your stuff goes through the scanner, so don't walk away and go through the X-ray until your stuff is on the actual scanner conveyor belt. As soon as you're through the X-ray, get your eyes on your stuff again to make sure that nobody walks away with your laptop and valuables by accident or on purpose. Here's my final travel tip for airport security. This one's a 1-2 punch that'll make you a total travel pro and save you a ton of time in unpleasant lineups. Ready? Mistake number 10 is choosing a lineup with 2 agents at the security scanner. When you see 2 agents together, it usually means one of them is a trainee, which means that lineup is almost guaranteed to go more slowly. In addition to watching the staff, also watch the travelers in line in front of you. Families inherently take longer to get through security lineups. Business travelers are quite the opposite. So if you have a choice of which line to go through, choose the one with business travelers and no families. Do you have any hot airport security tips that I haven't shared yet in this video? Let me know in the comments. I will catch you next time.